Hello and welcome back to Sacred Vapes, the channel that aims to bring you the views and experiences of products in the market today, brought to you by an average vapor. Now, if you've read the title for this, you're going to be wondering what the hell this video is. I've changed the setting to make it a bit more relaxed, mainly because I don't want this to be a proper review. I just want to share some experiences. If you're wondering what the video is about, it's a re-review of Chemical Climb. There we go. The first question you'll be asking, why again? I only reviewed them last week. Funny story. I was watching another reviewer of Vaping Vinny do his review of the liquids, and I was watching him to see if he was picking up anything that I picked up. He seems to have completely different experiences, which, as amazing as that sounds, got me wondering. And last weekend I picked up some M1 coils for the Falcon King, and just by chance that night I threw in, it was the blue raspberry, to see if I had a different experience with it, and I did. So as this channel aims to be honest, I wanted to give the other side to this. The review one was through the dark mesh tank, through the scare tank, and the hell beast, and now this review, or my little thoughts with the liquids, is through the M1 coils for the Falcon. So I won't make it too long. I just want to explain what different experiences I had with the flavours, just to give you an overall idea of what you'd actually be buying if you did buy from them. So before we get into it, let's have a vape. Now, we'll start with the one that I couldn't find to hand before doing this video, the lemon and lime. I think that was Bozo, off the top of my head. And yeah, the original flavour that I found with that in the other tanks was that it was pretty bland. Nothing popped, and yet it needed, I said at the time, it needed a bit more citrus on both the fruits. The second opinion of it through the M1 coils, and I must admit the lime is very dominant in the flavour. I didn't get as much lemon come through. The lime is quite intense, which is a bit strange, going from quite a lacklustre flavour to real intense flavour. And I did find a little bit that was a bit too intense for me. So if you're a big fan of lime, you're going to really like it. It's a nice sharp citrus lime. Lemon, not as much, but it is there. So we'll move on to the second one, and it is Barbuda, the mango. Now, my experience with this one, the first time, this was actually my least favourite. You know, I'm a big fan of mango flavours when they're done right, and my experience was that the best way to describe it was chalky. Tasted a little bit chalky and a bit lackluster, like a fake flavour basically. Going for the M1 coils, what you actually got instead is a fresh mango fruit. It's not juicy, it's not sweet, it's actually a little bit bitter to be honest, but you definitely do get that fresh mango come through quite strongly, and really well done. It's not the most mind-blowing mango that you will taste. I still find that to be something like the Shake and Vape mango. There's probably other ones like that on the market in my experience, but yeah, it's a nice fresh mango flavour, bitterness in there that you would expect from the mango. So again, nice flavour. Moving on to the next one. This one's called Bozo, the orange and pomegranate. Now, again, my first review last week was that the flavour was pretty decent. It was pretty flat. Nothing really popped again, but you did get the orange in there. Second opinion on this, the orange doesn't improve. I didn't find the orange really came through. You do get a bit more of it. You can taste it a bit more. It's more like an orange juice type orange, which does make it a bit more nicer, but again, it's not overpowering, it's not strong. And the pomegranate again adds a bitter note to the exhale. I did notice that. Again, it's not, I wouldn't say it's absolutely amazing in my opinion, but yeah, you do get the pomegranate come through more on something like this. So yeah, it's the least favourite out of the four now, but it's a nice flavour, just not fantastic. And the fourth one, the one that started this all off, was the blue raspberry Meg. Now you probably can't tell because the bottle's dark, but that bottle is nearly empty now. So my first experience with the blue raspberry the first time round was with a very sweet raspberry flavour. And as I say, it went through a few different tanks, and overall I just got that experience. And going back through the the M1 coils, I did notice the flavour dramatically change, and the sour really is there. It really is. It's a really sour flavour. And what I actually found with the second time around was that the raspberry actually was subdued. Like before, if you're using one of the other tanks I mentioned, you're going to be getting a lot of raspberry come through. It's a nice sweet raspberry flavour. Using it in this tank, I did find that the raspberry subdued, but that sour taste really comes through on the exhale. It's really, really strong, and it made it more enjoyable, which is a nice thing to say because, like I said last time, I enjoyed the first time round. So yeah, really, really sour flavour and really, really enjoyable. I still recommend giving it a try. So yeah, short and sweet there, just to run through different experiences, because as I say, I want to be honest and I want to give you honest experiences that I'm having. If a flavour's going to dramatically change in a week, it'd be nice to explain it to you, just so you have that balanced opinion. So I hope you enjoyed that. Now you're probably wondering where the drip drop review is that I promised last week, and it's coming. In fact, for a couple of years that jumped on the channel when it went up last night, the video actually completely messed up on that. Completely messed up. And yeah, there was no way I could have put that on the channel, so that's why it just disappeared. So it will be coming again. I will have to reshoot again. So check it out. It definitely will be this weekend, and then hopefully I can push another juice review out towards the middle of the week next week. Just that would have been what I would have filmed this weekend. So yeah, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. As I always say, stay safe and keep vaping.